Good morning. This is Michael Everreef. I'm back at Starbucks, and I have something on my mind that I thought you should know about my case. I think the origins of my case are rooted in the fact some people do not want the Supreme Court to be the chiefs of police for the rest of their life and not really subject to dismissal by any one small group of people, because the Supreme Court of the United States of America are United States Marshals, and they are authorized by Congress to be the ones who take the guns away from sheriffs and city police officers when the community says that those sheriffs and city police officers are engaging in police brutality and in drug dealing and pimping and forcing people to do work that is not exactly legal. And what happened with me, I think, is that group of people, probably under the influence of sort of the plan of the Civil War of 1861 to 1865, that caused the 10th U.S. Circuit or 10th U.S. Judicial Court, Appeals Court, to leave the South Carolina area and relocate to Colorado. And, well, if you're ever in Charlottesville, you would know that they proclaim to be the Confederacy, which is the Supreme Court, and or the financial backers of the Supreme Court, and the Courthouse of Appeals and the Circuit Court in the U.S. courthouse system. So, and that's where my case was, where they accused me of being basically criminally insane, because when I got there, I didn't have any U.S. Marshal property. I didn't have any money. I was kind of down on my luck. And so, post ex facto, the conclusions are the people that made me a marshal were attempting to have someone that was under their spell, and if not, they would try to destroy the court themselves, because they had other business dealings that they don't want put on public display at the courthouse whenever somebody accuses them of something and sues them. And if they, even so much as having to go to jail for committing a crime, they probably don't want to do that. Nobody really wants to go to jail when you commit a crime, right? It's like, I beat the guy, it's all my blood. And one of them choose just go mind your effing business, like that. Anyway. Most people would rather have sex with somebody they double cross anyway, kind of like foreplay, like the old saying, the grudge fuck. I mean, up the ass, in the mouth, up the ass. Oh, you married people understand, right? Well, I'm not gay. They have it. Case closed, right? Case out, case closed. Charlottesville got pissed. They probably thought they were my wife or something. Decided to lie to everyone, including me. Said I robbed them when I didn't. What else is the fucking answer, right? But more importantly, what's even more serious is the rest of the police firefighters sitting there scratching their head going, why would the city police, besides all that, decide to falsely arrest a police officer, a chief of police, because the United States Marshal is a chief of police, by consent of the sheriffs? I mean, the sheriffs even say, well, if you police are going to gang up and outnumber us, then yeah, we'll pick that guy right there to be the chief of police that can tell us what to do. Right? I mean, that's how it works. If the city's more populated than counties usually, and the sheriff is like, well, I'd fight you, but if you give me somebody that is smart enough to, figure this out, I won't. I won't not pay my taxes to the city, my money to the city. I won't not refuse to give the city my a share of what goes on out in the county. Right? So, was it the sheriff in my case that thought I was married to him and got mad, or was it the police department? I mean, the gang and the police, because the sheriff leads around a squad of police officers. That's literally how it works. The county sheriff is the group leader of a squad of police officers in the city. That's how they're partnered up, if you wanted to know. And the marshal is the boss man. And then the sheriff answers to the marshal, and all the squad of city police officers answer to the sheriff. That's how it works. And what the federalization part is when all of the rest of, or a large group of the rest of the country agrees that that group, the marshal, can come and go if he wants to, but the sheriff and the group of police officers that they lead will have to be in the company of the marshal in order to be on their side of the town or their side of the country. And that's how it works. So I guess for lack of my party, my political belief in group sex, they're trying to put me out. So that I'm a victim of I'm not a criminal, I guess. It's kind of what the fight is. It's just some call me a criminal because I don't want to be like the pivot man in a circle jerk, that they'll say, I guess. Because I guess a lot of sheriffs and city police, a lot of county sheriffs and city police, say the marshal, he's the pivot man and the circle jerk. And he better wise up and have group sex so he can go over to this other county over here when we need him to, and talk everybody into letting us come over there and enjoy they side of the country for a little while, especially when everybody on our side of the country don't understand what we're doing with them. And we need a place to run away and hide, so they said if he's not going to cooperate, well, fuck him too. We'll stay here and fight them all. I mean, that's got to be what's going on, right? I asked myself. But there's probably a lot of people in the city police now, they don't want to get fired by the marshal. The sheriff doesn't want to get fired by the marshal. They say, well, we earn it if there's people around. What are you going to believe the ordinary people for, marshal? I mean, we all wear the uniform. I mean, you wore the uniform and now you wear a business suit. You are a banker. You are a chief banker. You work at the courthouse, but you mostly work at the bank. If you want to side with them, well, we don't want you, so get the hell out of our place. We don't want to work for you no more. Congress, we Congress in your life. Take you to Washington, they probably wouldn't understand either. So screw you all. Just get the hell out of my town. Like that. I mean, that's got to be what's up. Anyway. But then they all get together, with telephones and computers. They put a marshal out. It's one big sort of lottery, right? How long is it going to be before he lasts with some tickets? Is he going to die tomorrow at 3 p.m.? I got 20 to 1 odds that say he does. I mean, every moment of my life, and other marshals, every moment of their life, they're waiting. They're hearing the voice of the racketeers, the numbers racketeers, the gamblers, like gamble on the line. And you're not allowed to partake in that, because if you go to the gambling bar when you're a marshal, sometimes they say it is conduct on becoming a marshal. You want to know why they don't want you when you're a marshal? They don't want you in like the casino, because you might catch a wind of who's betting on you, and who might sort of hedge their bet by killing you themselves. So that's why they really don't want marshals like at the casino. And you see the sheriff there all the time, right? City police there all the time. They tell you it's good. They say you got to help me. I might get fired for that. Well, the marshal, until he knows about it, he can't really fire a police officer because they only work 8 hours a day. The sheriff only works 8 hours a day. The marshal works 20. He can't fire for seeing them at the casino. All he can really do is overhear whether they plotting on him because they just bet $1 million that he dies tomorrow at 3 a.m. That's what's going on, right? And it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose my bet, and the bank teller's already got my money. That's the way it works, right? Probably the problem at the coffee house sometimes too, or the McDonald's, right? Or the library, right? I've been thrown out all them places from time to time, sitting there hollering, I'm a United States Marshal, and you're a deputy, and you're breaking it out. They've said everything from prove it, but I've been here so long to we don't fucking care. Get out of here, we can fucking get you. Come on, please, please leave. Here I am till this day, 7:13 in the morning. On March 7th, 2016, 43 years old. I'll be 44 July 11th. Wish me happy birthday. Like in a good way. Fucking helps. Like chocolate cake with vanilla icing. When they kicked me out of prison, and boys never did what does. Okay. Lee County Jail, too, bro. City County Jail. Crazy story, It's all true. The way it works. If you didn't know, now you know. Got that information with your life. Your future depends on it. Probably void ship though. I do that void ship. Certain group, I'm not saying all of them, but there's probably a few down there. I guess the one that run the rackets. All you that dwell in them places, we're quite confused and all know who they are. Because you only indulge every once in a while, right? That's basically they'll kick your ass, right? Anyway, that's what I call a minister, who could be called to be a judge. A third party non-combatant in present dispute between two rivals of the That's what the United States. That's who a United States Marshal is and what he does for the court system. Of course, at the scene of an arrest, the chain of custody, the prisoner that the city police arrest could ultimately pass through the sheriff's hands and on into the marshal's hands, and the marshal has the legal right to remove them from the meeting and take them with him if the marshal wants to. If not, he'll leave them in the custody of the sheriff, but then he would have to pay the sheriff, unless the sheriff wanted to provide 3 hots and a cot out of his own pocket, and that seldom happens. So a lot of people see at city county jails because the marshals are paying the sheriff and the chief of police to keep them there. Because the marshal sees something that's valuable. He wants to help them recover from their downfall. But that's not the only place that goes on. That sometimes happens in an apartment building. Some people say that's what's going on in a Navy ship. They say to a lesser degree. Some people say more extensive there, right? Some of the people that went into the Navy, they're out at sea for a long time. They're kind of dangerous people to have like on dry land because they don't want to cooperate with people that aren't in the Navy. And the way they get in the Navy is they sort of are told, "Hey, buddy, it's the Navy or it's jail." Understand? They say, "I joined the Navy." That's nothing new. It's been the story for 250 years in the United States. The Army is kind of like that. You have to live in a fort, or an apartment building. People, like-minded people. And the law-abiding citizens, the police are sometimes people that have a home of their own, meaning it's not attached to another house. Them and their, wife and children do that live there inside of the building itself, and they're usually the police officers. And a lot of the sheriffs don't like them, and people in the military who live in group housing don't like them that much. It has a lot to do with refusal to have sex with a lot of people. You know, different person every day, or different group of people every day, and whatever it takes to get in the mood. Alcohol and drugs, shit that like messes up your mind, makes you like, oh man, to cross that. Try anything once or twice, 5 or 6 times in one night. It's something like those people. I mean, no matter how old. You feel like you're on trial, don't you? It's because I'm a judge. Say you so yourselves. I'm the one you don't like. Is it because I used to be an actor? You know what an actor is, right? It's a lawyer. Lawyers often go on to be judges. So yes, judges are actors. Actor, lawyer, judge. That's usually your city police officer. That's his MO. Actor, lawyer, judge. Vacation. Them thespians. I think they like to study the works of Lesbos. That was a group of sort of Amazonian women in Greece that took over Greece until they realized that they need a dick in their pussy. They started making babies again, and then that was the breakthrough men were looking for. They decided to move in to take Greece back from them. I mean, it dates back to like 3,000 years ago. I read it in Ancient Literature Studies. Noticed it at Norton Publishing House. Ancient Literature, it's a good series. The history of the Western tradition, that's what it's called, the literature. I read like the first 1,000 pages of the book. I think it was about 1,000 pages. So every page of it. I got until I got past the Quran. I think I stopped sometime later. No, it was not the Quran. Gargamel's a good story. So at the beginning, that's how they begin it with Gargamel, the story of Gargamel. Which is pretty cool story actually. There's a cartoon with Gargamel in it too. Remember that? Fun story. Fun cartoon. Actually, I got up to Saint Augustus, the 6th century. No, because I got past the Quran part. No, I think I got up to the Renaissance, and that's the Western tradition of North. The Renaissance about the 13th, 14th century. Yeah, it was got past the story of Leif Erikson. That's for sure. It was all in one reading, sitting reading that much literature, back to back. Exercising to run a marathon. So intensely trained down the Charlottesville from 2010 to 2015. Some say I can walk fast, and most people can run a marathon because they were looking at me and said he's walking. I said, yeah, I know. I wouldn't believe it unless I saw it with my own eyes. He's going faster than that guy over there who's running. And he's only walking. What's going to happen if he runs? And I said he's probably going to disappear before our eyes. He walks so fast. And I kid you not. I heard them whispering, talking about me. Flash Gordon. I know I talked about myself a lot. What would you do? So the sheriff told me the police are stupid. It was after my case time. So he said the police have given themselves a reputation as locking up innocent police for whatever reason. Facing suspicion and exaggerating it, like controlling the jail situation, because they know the person's innocent of the charge that they prosecuted them on, but they're highly suspicious that the guy has done something else that he's just really good at hiding. Well, I left there because they didn't get that either on me, so I left there without an apology from them. They just sort of were like, fuck you, hope you understand. Maybe got shanked. Not shanked, slashed outside the door. They put me. Day to the day I got on probation. That's that. Just came back from the probation office with a paper that says I was free to go. After I just argued with him, told him, you know what, my memory came back, United States Marshal. You weren't allowed to put me in jail yet. They said, so what, you're still not getting paid? Then they gave me a paper that said I was free to go. It's like, I basically had it in my pocket when the asshole asked me how everything was going, said everything is cool. I take a puff of marijuana, right? And then he said, let's play fight, had his back. I said, no, I don't want to play fight with you. He said, oh, come on, it's okay, Mike, for old time's sake. And I thought maybe I knew him from my childhood because I still had some amnesia, like I still have some amnesia now. Can't remember everybody from my past. So I just picked him up and I lifted him around and said, rah, like that. Set him down gently. Some bitch swung around with a little pig stick and slashed my backside. Well, some of a bitch is fucking give me that at the time. And then when I went to fight him, his friend stuck the knife out of his hand. He went and hid behind them. There's about 5 or 6 of them. And leading up to that, they've all displayed pocket knives that are 5 or 6 inches long to me. Then they all put their hands in their pocket and put their head down like they were praying that I'd go after them probably. Because they probably left their knives at home or probably kept them and had their pistols in their pocket that day. Thought I was stupid enough to fall for that shit, right? Uh-oh, right? Well, they basically made it so I'm not allowed to be married. I'm not allowed to go to a house or a car. So what else am I supposed to do? I mean, just because I ain't gay, I'm getting punished because I'm not gay. And they decided to do that, make an example of me. Ever since I was a small child before I even learned to read and write, I'm going to be the example guy. Hey guy, look at that guy, you want to end up like him. You better put your pants down and bend the fuck over. I order the police department and the sheriff, civilian, military, and federal government. You're going to end up like that guy. And they point at me. Gee, that sucks. Anyway, I got some internet surfing. Have a nice day, huh?